It's Horror Hollywood. Apologize for the dark room. I don't know why it's always dark in here. Anyways, today I'm gonna make a video about hold on. I'm gonna turn on the damn light. Where there? There we go. Mother trucker. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Anyways, son of a bitch. Anyways, I want to make a video about two characters I've seen in Outlast. One is called Chris Walker, and the other one is called Marta. If you don't know what Outlast is, it's a horror video game, kind of like a horror survival, more of kind of horror running away survival rather than you know, Resident Evil kind of junk. Yeah, you know. Anyways, um, but yeah, Chris Walker is from Outlast 2. I'm sorry, not Outlast 2, Outlast 1, which takes place in an asylum. I don't remember what the asylum was called. And Marta is from Outlast 2, which kind of takes place in more of a, I guess, rural area. Sorry, I saw a glimpse of. Anyways, all right, yeah, I just kind of want to talk about the characters who I think would win in a fight. First I'll talk about Chris Walker. Yeah, Chris Walker. Chris Walker was kind of one of the main antagonists of Outlast 1. Ooh, he was the, I'm sorry, I can't talk today right now. He was around 6'9", that's what Wikipedia says. 6'9", he was this big, tall guy, kind of had some fat and muscle on him, just all around big. Think of the Big Show from WWE, that's basically him. But yeah, he was just this big guy. He You meet him, like, I believe, a little bit at the beginning, and he kind of tosses you out of a window several floors below. He's just this big, hulking, strong man. Um, it said he was a military policeman in the United States and worked as a security guard for the asylum, but he was terminated from his position. Um, kind of like coming from like the things I've seen watching the gameplay of Outlast, he was somehow, no matter where you went, he was always able to find you. So I want to put tracking as kind of one of his strong suits. So let me get my notepad out here. Okay. Chris Walker. Okay. Big, and he really strong. He was capable of ripping people's heads off with practically ease. That is what I noticed. Mostly kind of like near superhuman levels, near superhuman strength. God damn, I cannot type. Strength. He had great tracking abilities since he was always able to find the person really no matter where he went. Um, yeah, those kind of the most things. He would walk all around the area, find you practically no matter where you went. And really, the only way he died was from the Wall Rider, which was kind of this spiritual experiment-like thing that the asylum had created. And it straight up murdered him at the end. But before that, he was just this huge, hulking monster. And it was just, terrible to see him all the time. He was just massive. Oh, yeah. And he was strong. That was the main thing. Like he was one of those guys that if he got his hands on you, that's it. It's done. It's over. You're dead. You're dead. But he was very strong. That was his main thing. I keep saying that, but that was kind of his main thing, was strength. That was what everything was about of him. Just from being able to lift you up, manhandle you, to be able to rip off all these guys' heads with little ease. He was strong. Now I want to talk about Marta from the second Outlast. Now, not much is known about her, but she's kind of the same as Chris Walker. She's tall and strong. I want to say not as strong as Chris Walker, but not much has been seen about it yet. So I'm gonna hold my judgment. But yeah, she's very tall. She's probably about this. I want to say 6'8", 6'10". She's strong. She was able to lift up a full-grown man with basically one hand, and her primary weapon is a large pickaxe, which is what she uses, I guess, kind of like a scythe, basically. Um, yeah, very large pickaxe. She is kind of the same as Chris Walker. She follows you around, somehow being able to find you. Um, but I forgot to say this, but Chris Walker, he tends to be quiet instead of, Marta is usually walking around doing some kind of chant, wording or whatever. So Chris Walker is not very quiet, but he is more quiet than Marta was. Um, Going back to that pickaxe, she has a long reach. That like I said in the beginning of this video, that it's kind of a battle between them. I want to do. I tried looking it up this morning, but I couldn't find anything. But I just kind of wanted to go like I said, not much has been seen of Marta. That is the problem. Not a lot has been seen of her. So there's not much to go on, but the things that I've seen, which is kind of the same as Chris Walker. She's very big. She's slender, but she's tall. She's pretty strong for a woman. I mean, not for a woman, but she's able to lift up a grown man with only one hand. Excuse me. Um, she's kind of fast considering she's slender. Maybe it's just like her long legs kind of let her glide across the floor. That's what I'm assuming. And then the long reach. Um, all right, let's say this place takes the battleground takes place in Marta's home, which is mountains, forests, a very woodland environment, I guess. To me personally, both of them have very kind of same things. They're very tall, strong for their very strong, fast for their sizes. What I think the big thing is here is Marta's pickaxe. That is what I think. Like I personally think Chris Walker would win, just due to he's a hulking pile of muscle. But that pickaxe is a problem because she can swing it pretty well. It's I want to say 5 feet in length, and probably about that long. Some probably something longer with the axe head. So she can swing that pretty well. So the problem is that if Chris Walker gets hit by that, I think it's kind of game over. I'm certain for a guy his size who's kind of disfigured his own face would be able to take a little bit of punishment. But I don't know per se. But yeah, that pickaxe, because Chris never had a weapon. At least I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he just used his hands. Those big old meaty clubs he calls hands. But yeah, she has a weapon, which kind of tilts the odds in her favor. But as I said, Chris Walker is quiet. Marta's usually walking around chanting or doing something like that. So you can kind of tell when she's there. But he seems to be very quiet. I watched Markiplier play Outlast. Funny as hell. And it caught him by surprise several times. So I want to say that Chris Walker does have more of a kind of a stealth advantage due to him being quiet more. But like I said, that weapon is going to be a very big problem. You know, she's already tall. She's probably taller than Chris Walker, and she has a very long arm reach. Adding on to, I think she might swing it with both hands, but either way, that still gives her a little, maybe a foot or two more of reach. But me personally, I want to say Chris Walker. Chris Walker, I believe, would win just due to he never used a weapon. He used his bare hands. He was able to rip guys' heads off. Like he had a giant pile of heads that he ripped off. Um, he always managed to find the protagonist of Outlast One. He always managed to find him. No matter where he went, he always managed to find him. So that's also a big part in this. And for a big guy, he moves very fast. As I said, he's one of those guys that if he gets his hands on you, game over, dude. Game over. But yeah, I want to say personally, Chris Walker would win. As I said, Marta hasn't really done much yet, but she does seem to be looking to be an incredibly good antagonist. Um, but yeah, I think Chris Walker would win. His size, strength, tracking abilities, just being able to be quiet enough to sneak up on a person. I definitely think he would win this, especially if he's in this, you know, in Marta's hometown where like it's like pitch black basically, big mountains and whatever. I think Chris Walker would win. Anyways, yeah, that's the video for today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you can, please like and subscribe the video. Share it if you can, if you like Outlast or Outlast 2. And enjoy your day. Bye-bye.